How long? Please.
57 years.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at memorable scenes cut from classic cinema. There will be spoilers.
We French always pay respect.
Number 10. More Quint. Jaws. There have been a number of deleted scenes from the summer blockbuster masterpiece Jaws that have been uncovered over the years.
Smile, you son of a...
Some were extracted from the film's television airings, while others, like this one with Robert Shaw's Quint, made their debut on home video. The scene in question admittedly doesn't do much for Quint's moral character, since it showcases him harassing a young boy playing the clarinet. However, it does showcase early on the character's presence in amity, while also underlining how Quint enjoys getting under the skin of just about anyone.
You miserable little son of a bitch.
Number 9. Mr. Orange's Knowledge. Reservoir Dogs. Is Mr. Orange a cop? All of the crew in Quentin Tarantino's Reservoir Dogs seem to think so. All that is, except Mr. White. The film makes it a point to stress White's defense of a gravely wounded Orange, right to the very end. This is why the final revelation that Orange was, in fact, a cop all along is so devastating to White. However, a deleted scene gives Mr. Orange some background information on White, namely that he might be a cop killer.
What's the next step?
Next step is you do what they tell you to do, man.
The scene, if restored, makes the story of Reservoir Dogs feel very different. We're not sure if it would make the movie better or worse, but the background check sequence certainly makes for an interesting what if.
All things considered, this was pretty successful.
I don't believe you just said that.
Number 8. Pighead. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Have you ever wondered why Jessica Rabbit seems to catch Eddie Valiant fresh out of the shower in Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
You've got the wrong idea about me.
This is the aftermath of a scene that was storyboarded but never shot, involving the funeral of Marvin Acme. What was shot, and also deleted, however, was a scene where Valiant is ambushed by Judge Doom's weasels while in Toontown for said funeral.
Into Toontown to torture him.
The weasels paint a giant pig's head on top of Valiant, and he's forced to shower it off back at his office. The final effect is frightening too, as the animated pig face harrowingly slides down the drain of Eddie's shower. This scene made it into some versions of Roger Rabbit's trailer, as well as certain television broadcasts. Number 7. Superman Isn't a Murderer. Superman 2. The production of this first sequel to 1978's Superman the movie was fraught with behind-the-scenes drama and conflict.
Kneel before Zod!
As a result, it wasn't until the Richard Donner cut of Superman 2 that this deleted scene was restored, one that restores the Man of Steel's good name. You see, the original ending sees Sue casually toss General Zod and his crew over a precipice, presumably to their deaths. The Donner cut restores a scene where Zod and co are actually arrested, brought to justice, as opposed to becoming victims of yet another fatal Superman attack.
Metropolis Max, right? Don't you love that?
It's all yours, boys.
Zack Snyder, we're looking at you. Number 6. Tommy the Limo Driver. This is Spinal Tap. There are so many ancillary characters within This is Spinal Tap that manage to make their comedic mark on the film. The group's manager Ian Faith comes to mind, and Tommy the Limo Driver might have joined this company too had these deleted scenes been left in the finished product. One of the scenes involves Tommy attempting to regale the boys in Tap about his love of Frank Sinatra, only to be rebuffed.
He sees Frank. Frank's walking down Broadway by himself.
The driver ends up telling his Sinatra tales in the front seat, since Tap rolls up the partition, so they can fully ignore anything Tommy has to say.
Frank and my mom go back a long way.
Another excised Tommy scene sees the limo driver delivering pizza to Tap before entering full-on party mode. It's a must-see.
Do a good show, alright?
Number 5. Television Ending. The Thing. There is a wealth of edited and deleted scenes from John Carpenter's 1982 masterpiece, The Thing.
Anybody touches me, here we go.
This loose remake of 1951's The Thing from Another World was itself edited for television broadcast, a version that was cobbled together with outtakes against Carpenter's approval. This version of The Thing utilizes footage from a deleted screwdriver killing of Bennings. While also including a voiceover narration that was asked for by nobody.
McCready, a top helicopter pilot, worked for Hughes Aircraft as a test pilot until he got into a confrontation with top management and resigned to take this assignment.
Finally, that masterfully ambiguous ending of the original is replaced with a finale that implies the thing gets away, replacing Carpenter's original vision. Number 4. The Plantation Scene, Apocalypse Now. Fans are often split as to whether or not they prefer the original theatrical version of Apocalypse Now versus the expanded redux of director Francis Ford Coppola's vision.
You're an errand boy.
The discourse often comes down to whether or not longer is better, because this deleted scene stops Apocalypse Now in its tracks for a brief respite. It occurs when the crew hunting for Colonel Walter Kurtz in the jungle meets a French family. It's here where themes of colonialism and classism come up.
We French always pay respect.
Although detractors claim that it's a bit late in the running time for these themes to be explored.
We want to stay here because it's ours.
This opposing side claims that the Plantation Scene derails the momentum of Apocalypse Now. Do you agree?
Horror.
Number 3. Ripley is a mother. Aliens. The relationship between Ellen Ripley and colony survivor Newt is given more gravitas during a deleted scene early on in director James Cameron's 1986 action masterpiece, Aliens.
Hard to believe there's a little girl under all this. And a pretty one, too.
Thankfully, the easily attainable director's cut of the film reinserts the revelation that Ripley's time in hypersleep after the original Alien was longer than she or anyone else thought.
How long? Please.
57 years.
As a result, her daughter has aged and died, effectively leaving Ripley only with the Nostromo cat Jonesy as a companion.
And that was at the time of her death.
This precipitates her return to the colony and makes Newt an emotional receptacle for Ripley's motherly yearning. Number 2. The Unicorn, Blade Runner.
How old am I? I don't know.
This deleted scene from the original theatrical run of Blade Runner has been restored in multiple alternate cuts of Ridley Scott's storied sci-fi classic.
Like tears in rain. Time to die.
Some theatrical versions of Blade Runner may have contained an added voiceover, while others didn't include the combined scenes where Harrison Ford's Deckard dreams about a unicorn and later receives a gift. It's from Deckard's fellow Blade Runner Gaff, and he seems to somehow know about the dream, since he leaves an origami unicorn for Deckard. As a result, the unicorn scene adds more fuel to the fire of fan theories that Deckard is indeed a replicant, just like the ones he hunts for a living.
Too bad she won't live. But then again, who does?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Yoda forbids ObiWan. Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. The Star Wars films feature a wealth of deleted scenes that many fans wish would have been included in the final product. One of them was a scene in Return of the Jedi where Luke crafts a new lightsaber. Elsewhere, there's an even more important scene that retroactively fixes a sore sticking point amongst many Star Wars fans.
There is another sky.
Specifically, why does Obi-Wan Kenobi keep Luke's true parentage from his young Padawan? This deleted scene reveals that it's in fact Yoda that forbids Obi-Wan from revealing this information to Luke.
Obi-Wan would have told you long ago had I let him.
It's a quick line, but Yoda's admission softens Obi-Wan's behavior towards Luke as his teacher, while also underlining the importance of young Skywalker's training as a Jedi.
Already know you. That what you need.
Which deleted movie scene do you think changes everything? Let us know in the comments.
Are you gonna bark all day, little doggy? Or are you gonna bite?
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.